redo that news brief that I did earlier. You know what I'm saying? I felt that I needed to come back on and redo that because the other one, the camera messed up on me, and you guys were seeing backwards. And and the professionalist I am, I can't sleep good if something is not right. So I had to come back and do this Eric Adams news brief again. Like I said, it's just a news brief. Usually these news briefs is like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, the tops. Sometimes it goes longer than that. Depends on how the spirit flows, you know. But I just want to give you an update on this Eric Adams thing. Make sure you guys smash them like buttons. You'll tune into the Celebrity News Hour podcast show. News brief. You know what I'm saying? Right here on Illuminati News Hour with your host, Pastor Michael Smith. If you're new to this channel, this is your first time here. It's your first time here, you know what I'm saying? It's your first time seeing me. Just simply hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells. Also, make sure you guys smash them like buttons as well. That's first and foremost. Smash them like buttons, people. Don't forget, people, Bible study class tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Oh, not 9. Mom said 9 o'clock. Where's my mind at? 8 o'clock. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Illuminati News Hour podcast. Let's see what else we got. Don't forget, we got the 24-hour prayer line, council line number, which is 310-365-6816. Now, to give you a quick brief on this Eric Adams thing, like I told you in the last news brief that, you know what I'm saying, was unprofessional. Like I told you in the last news brief, why because you know, the car manufacturers, you know, the luxury car manufacturers, you know, like Maserati, Maybach, you know what I'm saying, Bugatti, you know, all of the, you know what I'm saying, $100,000 cars. Why is the manufacturers shipping those cars to Mount Sear? See, you ain't gonna get this truth nowhere else because they're not going to tell you. But you see, I get my news sources from news media outlets that is outside of America. And the news source, the news media outlet that's outside of America, where I got this news source from, said that they are redirecting, you know what I'm saying, they usually ship, you know what I'm saying, their cars from one place to another place, but now they're shipping luxury cars to Mount Sear. Now that's interesting because the Russians, the Ukrainians, they are the closest to the pure Aryan hood or Aryan race. I say that again, people. The Russians and the Ukrainians are the closest to the Aryan race from Mount Seir. See, because when Esau left Mount Seir, they settled in Russia, Ukraine. So Russia and Ukraine is literally the purest of the white brotherhood, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying, Aryan, they're Aryan hood. They're the purest of the purest. You know what I'm saying? They are the relatives of the people who is responsible for bringing down P. Diddy. They are the relatives of the people that is responsible for indicting Mayor Eric Adams. These people are the same people that in 1776, Adam Weishaupt coined the term Illuminati in 1776. What else was established in 1776? You know. But it was the Mount Sear relatives, which was Adam Weishaupt in 1776, coined Illuminati. So what was it before it was Illuminati that Adam Weishaupt coined? What was it before then? Well, it was just considered voodoo. It was just considered witchcraft and voodoo. See? So when I see things like Eric Adams being indicted for making money from these same Mount Syrians, you know what that tells me? That tells me that what Eric Adams is the same thing P. Diddy is. What P. Diddy is the same thing all of these black top celebrities are. They are just the face and the front for the people that is related to the Russians and the Ukrainians. Why do you think America, because you think Biden is the one that is bringing the Ukrainians in here into this country and giving them a whole apartments and, you know what I'm saying, and welfare. You think it's Biden. Biden is the face for the Mount Syrians that is working behind the scene. You see? Biden's just a face. Kamala Harris is just a face. They put the faces up because they don't want to be the one to be looked at as the bad guy. You see? They are the ones that's working behind the scenes. They are the ones that, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, they are the ones that is going to be running the new world order. At the end of the day, these same Mount Syrians who, you know what I'm saying, who is bankrupting their cash cow, which is America, because that's what they're doing, people. They're bankrupting America silently behind, under your nose. Why do you think Joe Biden is the one that gave, you know what I'm saying, Israel $95 trillion? Do you think it was Biden that did that? No. It was the Mount Syrians did that. They just used Biden so that you won't see them is the ones that is doing it. See, our people are too busy, you know what I'm saying, focused on, you know what I'm saying, the smoke screen. Y'all too busy focused on the smoke screen to see what the real deal is. See, Eric Adams, the mayor of New York. What do you think would have happened if they would have had one of their own as the mayor of New York? And the governor of Texas was busing the Mexicans over here to New York. What do you think they would happen? Who would be blamed? It would be their own being blamed, right? But see, they put Mayor Eric Adams in place for a particular reason. So when the governor of Texas, you know what I'm saying, motivates the agenda to, you know what I'm saying, to bust the Mexicans into New York, who is to blame? Who they gonna point the finger at? They want. This is what they want. They want you to point the finger at Mayor Adam Adams. They want you to say, "Oh, Mayor Adam Adams is this. He's a crooked. He's this. He's that. Da da da." This is what they want. Little do you now Mayor Eric Adams is not, you know what I'm saying, he's not innocent neither, because he could have said no. He didn't have to take the bait. He didn't have to take the oath. He could have just said no and lived a very normal life, you know what I'm saying, without being in the spotlight. So Mayor Aaron Adams, he ain't innocent neither. He took the oath, you know what I'm saying, to play, you know what I'm saying, the Mount Syrian's reindeer games. So he played the Mount Syrian reindeer games, you know what I'm saying. And at the end of the Mount Syrian reindeer games, you end up getting the short end of the stick. You want to know another people who played the Mount Syrian reindeer games? The Africans. The Africans played the Mount Syrian reindeer games, you know what I'm saying, to the point that the Africans thought the Mount Syrians was on their side. To the point that the Africans got us from, you know what I'm saying, different parts of Africa, you know what I'm saying, and sold us to the Mount Syrians, and the Africans thought that the Mount Syrians was on their side. Until the Mount Syrians said, okay, now it's your turn, Africans. Now it's your turn to go into captivity. And now the Africans think, oh, the white man is this. No. You never trust thine enemy, like the Bible says. Never trust your enemy. Where Eric Adams' mistake was, he trusted his enemy, because Mayor Eric Adams is black. He's from the tribe of Judah. He trusted his enemy. You know what I'm saying? P. Diddy. Before P. Diddy became famous, you know what I'm saying, a producer and all this other stuff, he had a choice. P. Diddy had a choice. But see, he trusted his enemy. And this is what happens. This is what happens when you trust your enemy. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't know what I say when I say Mount Syrians, you know what I'm saying, just do your research. Who came from Mount Seir? You know what I'm saying? Who came from the Caucasus Mountains? Where did the name Caucasian come from? Yeah, that name came from somewhere, people. Caucasian. That name came from somewhere. It came from a people. It came from a people that derived from the Caucasus Mountains. Where's the Caucasus Mountains? Mount Seir. Why are they delivering luxury cars to Mount Seir? And I'm not making this up. You can Google it. You know what I'm saying? Luxury cars shipped to Mount Seir. These are expensive cars too. These are the cars that Negroes, you know what I'm saying, will be unalive for. Oh, I want to get a Bugatti. They ship them to Mount Seir. What is Turkey? I know a lot of you people say that Turkey, Arabs is over there. No, Arabs aren't over there. The same way when you go to Egypt, those are not Egyptians that you're going to shake hands with. I know the Mount Syrians got you thinking that those are Egyptians. Those are not Egyptians. Those are Arabs. Egypt haven't been Egypt ever since Egypt was a superpower. That's why Africa is, the Africans in Africa, I say about, I want to say maybe 90%. I'm going to say 90%. I'm going to say 90% of all the Africans in Africa are Muslim. They converted into Muslim. I should say that. Because they're not Muslim, because the Arabs are the Muslim. You got to be born a Muslim to be a Muslim. You cannot convert into Islam now and all of a sudden use a Muslim. That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. You know what I'm saying? The same way the Mount Syrians, you know what I'm saying, converted into being a Jew, and now they call themselves Jews. That don't make no sense. You got to be born one. In order to be one, you got to come from the loins of Jacob. Who's that? That's us. We are the original Jews, people. Not the Mount Syrians. And before you don't know what the Mount Syrians is, look at Jimmy Iovine. That's the original Mount Syrian right there. Leon Cohen. That's the original Mount Syrian right there. Oh, here's a big one. Vlad TV. That is an original Mount Syrian right there, people. That's original. You know what I'm saying? The original right there. You know what I'm saying? When you see the Ukrainians over here, those are the original Mount Syrians. The Russians, the original Mount Syrians. And don't believe that hype when the Russians is fighting against the Ukrainians. That's they're the same people. They're the same people. And you're going to realize that when they all join forces, you know what I'm saying, against America. This is prophecy, people. Prophecy will come to pass. So what happened to Eric Adams? Why is Eric Adams going through what he's going through? They used that boy. The same way they used Jay-Z to have you think that Jay-Z owns Tidal. Number one, I told you when Tidal first came out that Tidal is not a black company because you can just tell that by the way it is spelled. It's not spelled T-I-T-L-E. It's spelled T-I-D. It's spelled like an English name. A British name. It's from an English British company. Not American. And Jay-Z never owned Tidal. They just made it seem like Jay-Z owned Tidal. So if a black man promotes something that the people think is somebody, the people are going to be intrigued to follow that because our people like money. Our people like prestige. Our people like, you know what I'm saying, large followings. Our people like large crowds. Oh, our people like it because he was featured so-called on Forbes. And, oh, he's a billionaire. So that is what our people follow. Our people follow the highly inflated information that is put before you that is involving these people. So you followed and you subscribed to Tidal because you thought, you know what I'm saying, it was a black owned streaming service. Soon as every black people, you know what I'm saying, soon as the streaming service got off the ground, what did they have Jay-Z do? They forced Jay-Z to sell his shares of Tidal to Jack Ashkenazi or Jack Mount Syrian or Jack Dorsey. You know who Jack Dorsey is, right? Jack Dorsey is, well, he was I believe the CEO of Twitter at the time. He stepped down, but he was the CEO of Twitter at the time. And you know what I'm saying? So they used Jay-Z to build up Tidal, and then after, you know what I'm saying, the Tidal was built up and everybody think that Tidal was a black-owned company, guess what they did? They went ahead and have Jay-Z sell his little shares of Tidal to Jack Dorsey. BET is another one. For years, our people say, oh, BET, black owned, black president, black this and black that. Listen, black people don't own nothing. Especially when it comes to media. You know what I'm saying? People don't own nothing. Especially when it comes to media. And the black people that is put up for you to think that they running a black owned media company, it is a black person that took the oath to portray that position. They need you black. They need your black energy. They need you black people. Because you are the biggest consumers of products and services. They know the Ukrainians ain't going to eat up these products and services that they selling and they pushing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They know the Ukrainians ain't going to, you know what I'm saying, be the biggest spenders in Walmart. They know the Russians ain't going to be the biggest spenders in Walmart. They know the Arabs are not going to be the biggest spenders in Walmart. The only people that's the biggest spenders in Walmart is your black ass. And they know this. So they're not going to break the system until the system is depleted. And like the scripture says, all power goes back to Rome for 1 hour. See? So, is Eric Adams going to jail? Maybe. He's done. He took the oath. He signed the contract. There is no, you know what I'm saying, there's no getting out of that. Like I said in the last show, P. Diddy or Biggie Smalls, I think it was P. Diddy or Biggie Smalls, had an album called No Way Out. There's no way out once you sign that contract. Once you play the Mount Syrian reindeer games. What you need to be concerned with, black people, is what about your black ass? That's what you need to be concerned with. Why? Because the Ukrainians, they know secrets that you don't know, and they know where they're going, and you are not going to know. You see? The Arabs know secrets that you don't know, and when the Mount Syrians, you know what I'm saying, drop the hammer, they going somewhere, and you're not going. The scripture speaks about this. The scripture says, in that day, every man shall go to his own people and to his own country. So, where does that leave you at? Instead of you being concerned with what's going to happen to Mayor Eric Adams, understand this. When everybody else was running around with a diaper on their face, worried about getting a needle juice, beetle juice in their arm. This is in the mid-flat dead of the, you know, the C-19 thing. This happened in 2021. And you can go, whatever I tell you, I don't tell you no tales, people. You can Google this and look it up. The same way you can Google and look up luxury cars being shipped to Mount Syria. You can look that up, comes right up. What else you can look up? You can also look up in 2021, when everybody else was worried about the C-19 and worried about putting a diaper on their face, you know what I'm saying? What was the Turkey doing? You know, the same people that Eric Adams is so-called, you know what I'm saying, put in place to protect and to make sure that they, you know what I'm saying, got businesses and corporations here in America. What was they doing in Turkey? I tell you what they were doing. If you Google that, you would know that They was in the flat dead middle of rebuilding the temple of Zeus. I don't make this up. You can Google that yourself. 2021, everybody was putting a diaper on their face. Everybody was running in a panic. The only people that was not panicking is the people that invented the problem. That's the only people. That's when people don't panic. When people know what the problem is, they ain't panicking. People who don't know what the problem is, that's the one that's gonna panic. And guess what? The people that invented the problem, while everybody was in the panic, over there in Turkey, they was rebuilding the temple of Zeus. Who is Zeus? You should know who Zeus is. Because your mama and your papa and your brothers and sisters who are not in the truth go to them churches every Sunday worshiping Zeus. They go to Zeus temples. Yeah, the churches in the Zeus temples. The churches is another remake of what they was rebuilding in Turkey. They was rebuilding in Turkey the temple of Zeus. You can look that up. The same way your brothers and sisters is in these churches praying to Zeus, praying to Jesus. Who do you think is Jesus? Who is Jesus? Christ's name ain't no Jesus. Christ's name is Yeshua. According to the book of Hosea chapter 2 verse 16, Christ's name is Yeshua, not Zeus. Where's Zeus at? Where did he get that from? And why in 2024 our brothers and sisters are still calling on Zeus? Why? Because you know what I'm saying? Because it's a generational saying that you learned from generation and you just can't cut habits. That's what it is. No, Lord. People need to wake up. People need to wake up. Wake up, people. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Guess what? Guess who is not going to get this information from nobody else on YouTube? You. You are not going to get this information from anybody else on YouTube. Why? Because they are too busy chasing clout, cash apps, and super chats and stickers, and you know what I'm saying, and trying to get you to subscribe to Patreons and all of that other crap. That's why. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta, you know what I'm saying? They gotta support their ministry. If they're sincere with their work, they shouldn't have to worry. They wouldn't worry about that. Like I said in the last show, I have a monetized channel. You don't see me on it. Yeah, I know that monetized channel is ISBC channel on YouTube. Very heavily monetized. I can easily go live on that channel and activate the ads and let the ads run through the video. But you don't see me doing it. I'm over here on a non-monetized channel. Just to let you know, I do this for the people. I don't do this for clout, nor do I do this for money. I do this so that you can understand what you are focused on is going to be your downfall. Why? Because at the same time, they're announcing that Eric Adams is indicted. Who was given a speech concerning the war over there? Who's giving a speech? Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was giving a speech portraying like she was actually the president. And she was letting the people know that, listen, we are 100% behind the Ashkenazis. And we're going to do whatever it takes, you know what I'm saying, to defeat this war. So can you imagine when she get in office and they incite the war even more? hell gonna break loose, people. All hell is going to break loose. That's what you should be more concerned with. See, don't worry about the Ukrainians. They're already safe. And they're protected too. Because it's their people. Those are people. That's all their people. Oh, here's another thing. I know I might get some slack for this one. It's a word that begins with an H and ends with a T, and it involves them same people. Well, if you look up that word that begins with an H and ends with a T, you will find out that it means sacrifice. So, with all that being said, what was that really that begins with an H and ends with a T? What was it really, Ashkenazis? What was it really? Huh? Was it really you sacrificing you to be here over us? That's what it is, Ashkenazis. Is that the little secret? Is that why you ritually sacrifice us every day today? That's something. And this is why, you know what I'm saying, they don't like me. This is why, you know what I'm saying, they censor me heavily. This is why. Because the truth is just the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's high time to wake out of sleep, people. You know what I'm saying? Don't be dismayed. You know what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta. Eric Adams is a puppet. He took his oath. You know what I'm saying? Now he gotta take his medicine. He gotta take his medicine. They're gonna give it to him too. P Diddy, he took his oath. Now he's gotta take his medicine. They're gonna give it to him too. You know who else they're gonna pull up in this? He's been squeaky clean for quite some time. Denzel Washington. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Yeah. They're going to pull him into this. Watch what I tell you, people. They're going to pull him in this some way, somehow. They're already starting it off. Because what? First when they dropped the video of P. Diddy getting locked up by 4 officers in a hotel, that's at the same time Netflix added American Gangster to their roster, and it was the #1 streaming movie on Amazon. And then, after that, he's also working on his movie called Gladiators. What? Really? If you know the history of Gladiators, you would understand why they chose him to push this movie Gladiators. Lord. I gotta give a shout out to brother Bamboozled. He's the one that notified me to let me know that he was coming out with the movie Gladiators. But anyway, let me see. So that's what that is, people. You know what I'm saying? They took their medicine. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, they took the oath. Now they got to take their medicine, people. You know what I'm saying? And you can't believe the hype. I mean, you can't be focused on the hype. Oh, he let contracts go through on buildings that belonged to who? The Mount Syrians. I say it again. He rushed contracts in New York that are for buildings that what? That involved the Ashkenazis. He was collecting money. He was just the face to do this. Oh, Mr. Trump ain't innocent neither. Because Mr. Trump is right there connected to the Mount Syrians. That's why his wives always was a Russian. He always had a Russian wife. He never had a German wife. Because Donald Trump is German. With a Russian wife. You see that? Always always, you know what I'm saying? And when he was in office, he always did things to protect the Russians. You know what I'm saying? So the joke is on you, black man and black woman. The first thing you should be focused on is not what they're doing, because at the end of the day, they're going to be protected. You know what I'm saying? What about you? You got to focus on what you're going to be doing. Because when that war pop off, you're going to need some help. And you know who ain't going to help you? The Ukrainians that came over here. The Russians. The, any of the other nations. They're not going to help you. You know what I'm saying? So, the best thing for you black brothers and sisters to do, the awakening is here. Understand who you are, and repent, and start keeping them laws, statutes, commandments. All right. I just felt that I had to come back and, you know what I'm saying, do another brief report on Mr. Eric Adams, because, keep it real, I'm a perfectionist. I like things to go in order and professional. You know what I'm saying? And that last one was unprofessional. The camera switched and y'all was watching TV while I was sitting there talking. That didn't make no sense to me. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and do it right. Let me do it. Well, how that song? Pastor, you can do it. Take your time. Do it right. You can do it, Pastor. Do it tonight. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Right there. All right, people. All right. Yeah, so let's go wrap that up. Just want to let you guys know. Just keep your eye. Just understand Mount Sear. You know what I'm saying? Luxury car being sent to Mount Sear. Why? Who came from Mount Sear? Whose home is in the caves? Is it not them same people? The Russians are the same people as the Ukrainians people. Don't let them fool you. Okay. Mayor Adam Adams, he took that oath. He got to take his medicine now. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is, when he's uprooted, the sad thing about it is they may put someone of their own in his place. You know, Miss Holcomb, that's another Ashkenazi. That's another Mount Syrian right there. You know what I'm saying? They may put another Ashkenazi in the place of Eric Adams. Because hey, it's no more reason to point the finger, because they don't already, the damage is done. They done already bust all the Mexicans in and flooded. Let me tell you why they was doing that before I let you guys go. Let me tell you why they was busing all of the Mexicans into New York City. See, New York City, and you can look at this. You can look this up. New York City got a law on the books, that if you are homeless, you can go to the Department of Social Service and they cannot turn you away. They got to house you. So people in New York, and they are homeless. They are homeless because they want to be homeless. Because it's a law on the books that if you go to DSS, that's why they was busing them into New York. Because what they was trying to do was they was trying to re-look into that law so that they can figure out how they can rewrite it or take it away. That's why they did that. And so you look at the history of that law. Look at the history of that law. I forgot what year it was established, but it's a law that if you are homeless in New York and you go to the Department of DSS and apply for emergency shelter, they have to house you. That's why they're doing that. You know what I'm saying? See, that these are little secrets that they don't want to tell you. But anyway, and like I said, whatever I told you, you can look it up yourself. Look it up yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy. Anyway, that's gonna wrap that up. I just wanted to come back with a with another all right. Got everything right there. All right. Hopefully I got it together. Get it together right now. All right. Uh-oh. Let's see. All right, people. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go ahead and end it right there, people. Make sure you guys hit that like button, people. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get the truth nowhere else on planet Earth but right here. So make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, this is your first time seeing me, this is your first time here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells. And we got Bible study class every night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? Israelite history. You want to know who you are? Come into these Bible study class. It's free. You will never ever hear anybody in this ministry pressuring you to send a super chat. But you know, this is not a monetized channel, so you won't hear no about no super chat or cash app or anything like that. Just strictly word. Or as Geno Jennings say, strictly Bible. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys smash them like buttons, people. Smash them like buttons. Bible study class is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys tune into that. If you need prayer or counsel, righteous counsel or prayer, simply call the 24-hour prayer line number. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All prayers are kept confidential. That's 310-365-6816. That's 310-365-6816. And I think that's going to wrap it up. Yeah, it's going to wrap that up. All right, people, I will see you guys tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock p.m. on the ones and the twos. 8 o'clock.